and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're doing Disney Doll's House issue 80, so let's have a look at what we get. Right, so today we've got our pail. Can't remember what room that's for, Kev.
Mickey Mouse, it's all Mickey Mouse's room, they're all themed. So we very rarely get parts for other rooms, so it's all for Mickey Mouse's room. And, does this come off? Oh,
Yeah, it should just pop back on.
it does just pop back on. You can sort of hold it.
And we have our little toy soldiers. They're quite cute.
Yeah, you got a sort of a tall short of that one.
Okay.
Yeah, look, you've got like a smaller one here.
Yeah, they're quite cute.
There we go. Then we've got the little dumpy guy. Just there. And then we've got the tall guy. Just there. Right.
And then we have our very first light shade.
Yep.
My hand's shaking.
That's okay. There you go. So that's the first light shade that we get for Mickey's room, and we'll put that in just a minute.
Yep. And then we've got some window bits and some panels.
Yep, so the panels that we're supposed to be putting on today is just these three here. But we've got all the panels and windows to do the whole room, so we're actually going to go ahead and do the rest of the room. You don't have to, and we'll explain as we go along in the build. So, should we get building?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's get building. Okay, so we're literally just going to sort of twist it so it goes on. There we go. It goes up and on. There we go.
Cool.
So turn it. You have to push it right up. But it does fit on. Be a bit careful because it is fragile. So there we go.
Good.
It's nice and on. So let's get on to doing this bit. Okay, so we've had to move to the bigger table because now we're working on the top, and I'm trying to get a little bit of there we go, trying to get a bit of lighting in here as well. So don't forget to grab your windows and that from the last issue, and the first part we're going to do is we're going to be gluing that in, but there is now we do have the windows and the inserts, but in this issue we don't install them. Now I'm going to do them first because
easier to get
there's
to them.
Yeah, there is. It will all explain at the end. It does mean so we put the window in just like so, and the frame goes in just like that. We do obviously glue it in, but I am just going to place it. Now the reason I've done this in this issue is because of access. So what I'm going to do as well, because it's plastic, we expect to use super glue on this. So what we're first going to do is just drop a bit of glue just in here, like so. And this is our first one. So our first one you can tell as well, because it doesn't have an extra tab. It's the one with only one tab on one side. So we're going to do this one first. We'll go in. There we go. So that's our first one. Our next one is obviously going to be this panel. Once again, we're just going to
Do you want to do the windows first?
dab a bit of glue in there and a bit of glue in there. No, the windows on this one are actually all fine. We can do them after. It's just the other ones we have to install from the inside. And with all the windows, with all the obviously all the panels in and everything else, it will be a little bit difficult to do that. So once again, you're going to have to take the film off of here, like so. Putting our centre bit in just like that. And then our insert, like so. Once again, I don't really know why they ask us to do it next time. But once again, that goes in. And as you can see, this all lines up really nicely around the pegs. We've also got the other one. So we're going to just go ahead now and just repeat this process all the way along until they're all in place. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, I apologise for the lighting. I'm going to sort it next time we do this. So our first panel, which is panel A, which has this little lip on the corner here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dab a bit of glue onto these pins here. So just like that. Like so. And then this part, now what we're going to do is this part here is going to slide under this, and then we're just going to connect it on. So just like that, and then we're just pushing it on, just like that. And that's as easy as that. Next, we have our windows. So firstly, what we've got to do is we've got to make the windows that go in. So just like before, we're going to just put these, we're going to take the film off, put these bits in, and then just cover them up just like that. And we're going to do that first. So that's what we're going to do next. So we've done that. So that one sits in just like that, and that one sits in just like that. Then we're going to put the oval shaped glass into here, which Kirsty's just doing for me. Right, now you got it? You got it?
I've got it on one side, I don't think they've put it on the other side.
No, there was only stuff on one side. So, what we're going to do is to secure this in, is just put a dab of glue around this edge. And put this in. Now that just holds it. And then once again, we're just going to dab a bit of glue onto these pins, like so. Like that. And then, that's what I was, I'm doing it exactly like the magazine says. So they just go in just like that. And the other one is on the floor. We'll have to find it. Give us a minute. Okay, so you have to get it. So this little lip here has to sit in here. We did have a bit of a problem. We found that it was easier to push it in at the front first, and then work your way up as you click it around. But it has gone in, so that's a bonus. Here you go. The
don't touch.
No, the windows do open and close, yeah, so I need to check that. So the next one, once again, we're just going to put in the glue here and attach that, making sure that this line here, this line here
goes on.
Sits on that. This sort of sits into that groove there. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so as you can see, we've done them. Now at this stage, obviously in the magazine, it doesn't tell us to do the windows, which we've already done, and it doesn't tell us to do the other panels, which we have. So so basically what we're going to do is we're going to put the panels on. There's completely no reason I can see why we wouldn't put them on.
No.
Other than to save it for next week. And like I said about these ones, I'm going to flip the house around in a minute. Actually, could we do that now?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why we decided. Go on. To do the windows now because of getting into the actual space. So as we move it round, I don't know how well that's coming out now. Hang on, let me move the. So as you can see here, getting in is going to be a bit of a nightmare with everything else going on in here. I mean, it is accessible. I just found that it would have been an easier process to put them in now rather than later. You've got the parts now as well. That's the thing, is that we actually have the parts. So yeah, so that's why I'm doing that. We are going to put the rest of the walls on. I'm just going to show you how we're going to do that, just so you all know, because I'm going to do that. So obviously, this panel will go here. That's the full panel one there. The half panel will sit here, as you can see. So it sits under this lip here. So that will sit in like that. And then our last little panel will obviously just sit in there.
Other way up.
Other way up, is it? Ah, yes,
yeah.
Of course it is, yeah. Other way up. That's it, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now before we do the floor. Once again, the magazine doesn't tell us to do this, but we're doing it early because we've already got the parts. And I just don't see the reason why we would put it off an extra issue. I don't understand. We've got the parts here.
I don't know.
The only now we have got a lot in the next issue as well, I've got to say. We'll speak about all that. But
the only thing I can think of is getting this in.
No, because the
it's
panel.
Gonna be, yeah, but with that panel.
That panel will still have to be. Right, okay, we'll do that panel after.
Yeah. That's
Simple. There you go. We'll just do that panel after. So I'm going to go ahead and do these two panels, and then we'll put the floor in. Okay, as you can see, we've put those both panels on. They've gone on really smoothly and really well. The little tabs. Now, the little tabs, I don't know if you can get in there, but you'll see a little tab there that connects the two walls together. They're all around. They're like that. We're not told to glue them in, but I reckon we should, because as you can see, I'm wondering whether the roof marries it together. But you have to realise that when the this roof section goes on, that is how we access this room, by removing the roof on and off.
But then you're not going to be worried about...
Okay, so we need some PVA glue, because next we're going to be placing in the floor. So we're all... By the way, the rest of the issues are now, for the next 8 issues, we're going to be working on the top here. So... that's what we're going to do. Right, so I'm going to put some glue down here, and we'll take a look from it. So we put the glue down just with a bit of cardboard. Obviously, just spread it about.
Some of you might have glue spreaders to hand.
Yeah, we don't know. Just a bit of cardboard will do. You don't want to go spending extra money on something unnecessary, really. So the next part is the floor. So ready?
Yep.
Okay, so in the next part we have to go in like that.
There we go, it goes in nicely.
And there we go. All in nicely. Now we've got that part of the panel done, we can actually just go ahead now and glue this panel up.
Bit.
All these little tabs, like so. Yep. And then there we go. Oh, there we go. It pops in and pops off. Yep. There you go. Glue will hold it. And there you go. There's our last panel on.
Yep.
And our flooring is done. That is it for this issue now. So yeah, we're all done and dusted. Now, like I said, we have gone ahead
and done what's expected next week.
And done a few things that we're supposed to do next week. That is this part of here and the windows.
But there will be more next week.
Yeah. So at the end of this issue, That's what it should look like, with just the front panels on, and then the windows, as you can see, around the bottom, and the rest of the panels here. I've already put them on. As you can see, you can do it. There is no way. There's no reason why you wouldn't put them in.
That people that subscribe will possibly have next week's as well.
Yeah, if you subscribe, you'll have it all in anyway, so you can just go ahead and do that. But we haven't, and as you can see, it means that we've got less parts laying around.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was easier to replace these on before putting the windows in. It's just easier. It's just less aggro, as I would say. But yeah, one of the pet peeves is definitely this window.
Yeah.
And getting it in. It did take a bit of a shoeing.
A bit of a jiggle.
Yeah, but as you see, we dropped bits on the floor. We've done this, but it is in. It's nice. So what we're going to do is flip it round. Do you want to flip it round, Kirsty?
Yes.
So we can see the whole thing. You ready? Go on.
Yeah.
It needs lifting, and you can't just drag it.
Yeah, but it's quite heavy. Especially when I still have some bits in it being stored.
Okay, so as you can see, we've done that now.
My absolutely fantastic doll's house.
But yeah, I would start from the bottom and click it in through the top instead of top bottom, which I tried first. Yeah. But as you can see, the windows open fine. The windows are all in. It's now really coming together. As you can see, we can go around here as well.
It's great. And
yeah, so it's coming together very, very nicely. And the floor is in now. So yeah, unlike the rest of the house, this is the only room that we access from the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the spire, it's just the spire roofing.
Yeah.
As you can see.
That just
but that just lifts off to access this room. The rest of the rooms are all accessed from the front. So yeah. So what's coming up in issue 81? So in issue 81 we get the skirting and alcove for the top and bottom here. So for along the top here and along the bottom. Exterior walls, which we've already done.
We've done that, but that's okay.
That's what we're fitting, so that's what we've got to do. But we'll be just doing the skirting in the alcove on that, and we'll explain on issue 81 anyway. But like I said, there's no need, and obviously you'll be putting in the windows as well because we've already done that. You also get a little tiny music box for the mermaid and the wash basin as well.
Yeah.
But there is a few. I think there's another 2 or 3 issues. I think there's 2 issues left. I think, well, it might even be 1, but I think there's 2 issues left for completing this room.
Yeah.
So there's a wall section that comes slightly, and then we've got a back wall section as well, and then we've got the side here. Don't know how it all comes together. It might be 3 issues. I think it's only 2, 81 and 82, and then we're moving on already to Donald's room.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is it. That is us. Once again, thanks for watching. I've been Kev.
And I've been Kirsty.
And as always, we'll see you at the next video. Take it easy.